questions. Please state your name and your date of birth.
My name is David Moore, and I was born the 18th of October, 1944.
So the first question is, did you attend high school? Did you want to? What kind of subjects did you study? What kind of homework did you have? Did most of your adolescents in your neighborhood go to school? Did you attend high school?
Yes, I did.
Did you want to?
Yes, I pretty much enjoyed school and all. Of course, when you're young, you prefer to play, probably, and prefer. But pretty soon I got an idea that schooling was to prepare you for life and such.
What kind of subjects did you study?
Well, let's see. We had English, which included literature and such as that, and mathematics, and history, and sometimes we had civics classes, which were things about government and things like that. And I also took a course or two in shop, where a person works manually with his hands. Well, that was interesting. It was metal shop, and we made several different things in the metal shop out of metal, and I had them around for a while, but I don't know where they've gone to now. Whatever.
What kind of homework did you have?
Well, I had homework that was given by the teachers in mathematics, I remember especially, and some other things. Sometimes we'd get an assignment that we were to write something as for literature, for English class, things of that sort.
Did most of the adolescents in your neighborhood attend high school?
The other people of my age?
And around you?
Yes, almost everyone as I can remember, almost everyone attended high school.
The second question. How many hours per week did you work, not including school-related work? How much did you contribute to family income, and did you want to go work? How many hours per week did you work?
Well, I didn't work normally when I was taking classes, but in the summers I worked from 7 in the morning until 5:30 in the evening, in the afternoon, with an hour off for lunch.
Did you want to go work?
I enjoyed working because I gained some money by that. I didn't have to contribute to the family income because my father was fairly well off, and so I was able to earn some money that way that I could spend and use however I wanted.
So, where did you work and what did you do?
My father had an agricultural business, and I worked in that. And I fed animals and cleaned up after them and things of this sort.
Now for the third question. What were your clothes like, and were you concerned about fashion?
Let's see. The things that were popular were simply shirts, pants for boys, and in high school, slacks, and such as that. I do remember that it was a kind of a fad, I guess, that the guys would wear their pants, low cut and things of that sort. Sometimes a T-shirt or something like that. The guys that were wanting to be seen grown up would roll cigarettes in their T-shirt sleeve. And since it was in a time of Elvis Presley, for instance, he was big all through the time when I was in early high school and things. there was a lot of emphasis on how you did your hair and things like that, how you combed it.
Fourth question. Did you date in high school? At what age were you allowed to date? What did you do on a date?
Well, let's see. In high school, you're saying? Yes, I dated in high school, and I was allowed to go out on dates when I was 16 and was able to drive and such. And a person would take in movies or go to some sort of a party or something like that, and that's a part of growing up.
How did you and your friends spend your free time?
Well, mostly I think free time was spent in hunting and fishing, and I also liked music, and so I played the guitar and things of that sort. But the things outdoors, hunting and fishing in the winter, hockey, things of that sort.
Question number 6. What was your most nagging problem as a teenager?
Well, I suppose pimples, Probably that's just about. Not everybody has that problem, but they used to appear on my face in different places, when I was a teenager. It caused a lot of anguish. But and I tried all sorts of things. I tried putting salt on it and different things. Some of the kids went to a doctor and had the doctor put all different things on their back. They taped different materials onto their back, and then whichever of those materials caused caused a little spot, they would say that they were allergic to that thing and that they should avoid that. But that's something that was mainly in your teenage years and things. And once I got out of being a teenager, it wasn't much of a problem.
Question number 7. What do you see as the main difference between teenagers of today and yourself as a teenager? What do you think of teenagers today?
What do I see as the difference, you say? Well, I don't think there's an awful lot of difference. The society has changed some, and we live in a society that's a lot more permissive, especially about matters of sexuality. Teenagers, of course, you're trying to deal with the development of your sexuality as a teenager, and it's not so easy. And when a person looks back, having gone through that time, there's a lot of things that I wish I'd done differently, and things. But I think that that's probably a greater challenge to the teenagers of today than it was to the time when I was a teenager.
Now for some additional questions I'm going to ask. The first additional question will be, what was one of the most important things in your adolescence?
One of the most important things, one of the most important factors, I think that probably friends and the development of relationships and friendships is probably the thing that's just really central and is important to the teenager, and it's important in the development of the person, I believe.
Now for the second additional question, I will be asking, which is, what advice would you give to a teenager in their adolescence that you wish you would have known?
Well, my life changed pretty dramatically when I came to Christ. I was about 26 years old when that took place, so I was beyond my teenage years, and I'd been through a lot of experience by that time. But it changed the course of my life, helped me to get under control and to handle better factors in my life that were difficult to handle before that. And I think that if I'd had a vital relationship with Christ through my teenage years, it would have been better for me. And but of course that's not normally something that you may hear in school, because in the public schools you don't talk very much about religion, except maybe in terms of history or things. But on a personal level, I think that's one of the most important things that a person can do, is to find a vital relationship with God through faith in Jesus Christ.